Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my makerspace. I've been meaning to do this review since pretty much the day I pushed print on this printer. This here is the Seemecnc eris. Um, right there, eris. I love the blue light. It was not the selling point of this to me by no means, but definitely a nice little add-on. I love the light. Uh, what can I say about this printer? Well, I'm gonna give you the good and bad, unbiased review. Seemecnc is a local company, but I am unbiased. Uh, uh, Good thing about this printer, the biggest selling point when I walked in and seen this printer was the handle. It is very small and compact. Unfortunately, this printer, as of here around the first of the year 2018, this printer, to my knowledge, was discontinued. But back to the printer. Selling point was the handle up top. The size, it's very small. Build volume is around, I think, 4.5, 5 American inches. I think 4.5. Round and around 6 inches tall, I believe. I think one of the biggest, another thing about it is it's pretty durable. I mean, it's been bounced around in my car and traveled across the country a couple different times. Nice little printer. One thing I didn't like about it, which I cannot tell you where I've put it in the last year since I bought this printer, is the spool holder sits back here. It's not necessarily the spool holder I didn't like. It is this right here. The fact that when you got big old freaking man fingers, that's a really tight spot to feed the filament through. I guess I'll get back to the things I do like about this printer instead of what I don't. Is the print quality for the most part is pretty good. I mean, I don't own a monoprice mini, but I would probably, when it's in its good printing day, probably a good comparison to what I've read about the monoprice mini. That's pretty much the compactability and the handle. And it's amazing printer. Now, the things I don't like about this printer, and this is just my personal opinion, not necessarily as an owner, but as a millwright. Up top, I don't know if you can see them. Let me get a flashlight here. Where did my flashlight go? Is right up there a plastic pulley. It doesn't have a whole lot of wear on it, but that's plastic, moving plastic. I just don't like it. I think that could have been a metal pulley. Probably would have saved a lot of cost of making the mold. No offense to Seemecnc, but that's just one of the things I do not like about this printer. Obviously, I mentioned the spool holder. Other than that, that's my likes and dislikes. Calibration, I think anybody who's had an automatic calibration printer through minor wear of the machine, you have to go in and adjust firmware a little bit for your Z height. I had to do that a couple times. Just plate screws a few times. To me, that's common wear and tear of machine. The support underneath this plate is plastic, so you do have a little bit of flex there that you're not going to get rid of. But like I said, the quality of the print I've gotten off of this is pretty good quality. We'll come over here and look at a few things. If you are a part of the Seemecnc owners group, you have seen these. If not, this will be your first time. This here is a snowman. Big snowman. Big snowman. This is, other than knocking a few small boogies off the bottom of the arms, this is not fresh off the printer, but it has not been touched, other than a few little minor boogies. Obviously, we got a couple Barbazal, I don't know, Pokemon things here. We'll go to the white because the white really brings out the detail in these. These were printed on the eris also. Other than breaking off a few supports, because I forgot to turn off my supports, which Kara didn't do a bad job of making them easy to remove for once. Not bad. Old filament. Here's the green one I did. This is the white is inland. This is atomic. A little hard to see, but this one turned out really, for a translucent PLA, I think it turned out really good. You know, you don't see a whole lot of discrepancies, I guess you'd call it, sometimes when you print with translucents that I've found, at least in the few I've messed with. There's, you know, little light spots. Here's a original size version of the snowman once again. This one actually came off a while back ago too, but same thing, smaller one. No supports on either of the snowmen. Small or large, just knocked the little boogies off. A few little strings on this one. But basically the same G code as far as speeds and whatnot, speed settings. Once I pretty much dialed them in, everything pretty much, you know, turned out pretty good, in my opinion. I guess, really, that's my review. I don't really have a whole lot of super likes about this machine that I would say, ooh, run out and buy it. I don't have a lot of dislikes to this machine to where, I guess I should watch where I'm pointing my camera, sorry Earl. To where I wouldn't tell you not to go buy one if you had the chance. I mean, I know everybody has their reviews on all different types of printers, but this is my review. The nice spool holder, if you can do one right at that angle, that puts like very little pull on your extruder motor also. So the filament comes off real nice. But yeah, that's pretty much my review. See a soldier, thank a soldier, shake his hand, thank him for serving this country, because, you know, if it wasn't for them fighting, we probably wouldn't enjoy our craft. Thank the police officer for keeping the streets safe. Everybody have a nice day.